And now, for the most famous words in motorsports.
Drivers, start your engines!
Fired up and ready to roll for 500 miles at the Atlanta Motor Speedway in the second to last race before the chase for the NASCAR Sprint Cup. It takes 325 laps, and each and every one of those laps, these drivers will be fighting for control of these cars into these very fast corners. Last night's nationwide race, Sky on the first position outside row had a lot of trouble getting going. That's Jeff Gordon right now.
Yeah, it's the worst position you can be in, spinning the tires here. The good thing is they have new tires on these cars on every pit stop. They're not limited.
He had trouble. And there's contact back in the pack. Smoke. Casey Kane, damage on the 5 car. Well, might have gotten the radiator on that 5.
Yeah, it's got big problems. It's just a terrible break for Casey. Casey Kane, I think, was part of an accordion effect. See, everybody was kind of stacking up behind. Yeah, that right there instantly, as soon as he hit the back of that 48.
Wow, Jeff Burton and Mark Martin, 31 and 14, picking up some damage there, too.
I think some even further back than that.
I was just trying to help. I was totally squared up, and we were going straight, so I was like, oh, just give him a little nudge, get our lane moving. And as soon as I touched him, it's like he lifted. Must have just spun the tires real bad and tried to get off him as quick as I could. Guess I won't do that anymore.
Pace car's off. Let's try this again.
All the speedy drive that lower lane.
It's just like we can't see, you can't see as a driver either. You're just hoping nothing's happening in front of you, and you're relying on your spotter there. It's like Edwards going to be able to take the lead from that outside position this time.
You're hoping your spotter can see too.
Yes.
And moments ago, Paul Menard hit the wall really hard with the right side of that 27 car. Now he's off the pace on the backstretch.
Wow, you can see the angle he hit. He hit hard right there in the trial.
Yeah, see, it looked like contact there. He was going to go to the outside. I don't think Denny Hamlin knew he was there.
They were racing for 23rd and 24th spots. And yeah, you see that right rear corner of the 11 car.
Something might be broke on the car. Track bar mount or something.
So Denny Hamlin there being passed by the leader, Jeff Gordon. Denny was out of his pit box on his last stop. That's a no-no. They didn't adjust it before they did the work on the car, so he owes NASCAR a penalty. You see him slowing for there.
Now that's a no-no. You have to keep the car in the pit box when any work is being done. That's a pretty severe penalty, too. It's a one-lap penalty, actually.
Darian Grubb not happy.
Yeah, he's trying to argue that it's a pass-through penalty, but it's really more severe than that, pitting out of the box.
Paul Menard leaving pit road after bringing out the caution for a 4th time in tonight's race here at Atlanta. That used to be attached to that 27 car.
There's Paul Menard. He's been struggling with that damage that he had earlier, and he cut a tire down and brought out the last caution with some debris. This time the whole carcass comes off. Who hits it?
Jimmy.
Good Lord. When it rains, it pours, doesn't it?
It does that. All that work they did to kind of restructure the front end of that 48 car. So caution out, pit road closed because of where that tire casing sat, and NASCAR not wanting anybody to hit it. Jimmy Johnson having to come in because his team needing some extra time to work on that car some more.
Yeah, they can pit with the pit road closed. They just have to start at the back of the field.
That is his 7th stop to repair damage in this race so far. Carl Edwards, the control car, the yellow one for the restart.
Just trying to get a little sneak up run and go on him here, where the RPMs aren't down so much. Still can't get it. Huh?
Change for the lead coming up. Clint Boyer, 15, has caught Joey Logano and goes by.
They made up 11 seconds after they came out of the pits on Joey Logano, and you can just see what the tires are worth.
I know you don't want to hear this, but I think it's laying down.
Ooh. Yeah, he says. I think he's talking about the motor. And, you know, it's probably on his mind because they're running some stuff that's probably not proven yet. But he ran the fastest lap of the race, just the last lap. And I think one thing that happens is these tires, as the track slows down, it changes the tone of that engine. Just saw some smoke out of that 15 though, right there. Maybe Clint did know what he was talking about. Right there.
Yeah,
oh man.
Hold on.
Shut it off so they can check it, okay?
Caution is out.
Wow.
Oh, that's too bad. He was running fastest, some of the fastest laps on the racetrack right until then.
Leading the race.
When I was talking to Brian Patty earlier today, the Toyota guys were surrounding the car, and he told me they're running the same engine that Denny Hamlin was running in practice. Well, Denny had an issue. They had to pull that experimental engine, put a backup engine in, and he went to the back. So they were a little concerned, but they had nothing to lose. So Brian Patty was optimistic that they would try something new and it could work. As you see there, all the gauges seemed to be fine, but all of a sudden he smelled it in the cockpit and knew he was blowing up.
So Joey Logano went from first to third on the pit stop. So Logano will be on the inside row behind Carl Edwards as they come to the green.
Jeff Gordon again, just does not get going on the outside. The other thing he's not doing is pulling all the way up beside the 99 on these restarts.
And I think he's laying back a little bit, trying to anticipate and get a little more of a rolling start to where it's just not giving it all the gas and spinning the tires as much there.
Trouble, turns 3 and 4. Denny Hamlin.
Hold the brake, hold the brake. Let it roll, let it roll.
And the only one involved.
Oh, what a struggle this has been this whole year for Denny Hamlin. Right here, these two cars had an issue earlier in the race.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
No doubt about what that was.
Yeah.
Maybe a little payback. I have to think that goes back to that earlier contact they had, and Menard's car got really torn up in that.
Caution flag has just been put out here at Atlanta Motor Speedway. Jimmy Johnson spun in turn number 4.
Yeah, you see here's Jimmy Johnson is approaching Jeff Burton. Burton's trying to get to pit road. Jimmy can't get slowed down to miss him. Yeah, he tried to get slowed up.
Hang on to that thing, baby, hang on. Caution's out.
Logano is out, and let's see the race off pit lane. It's going to be tight, but Logano's not going to be the first to cross.
Kyle Busch, their team's doing a great job.
And Ryan Newman will draw that outside lane for the restart that's been such a disadvantage tonight.
Hey, Kurt Busch go.
But he's the one that said it couldn't be in soon enough for him.
Oh, trouble. Brian Vickers around. Safe. That's a long slide for Vickers from 12th place through the grass. But he didn't hit anything.
Hit him.
That doesn't happen often. We've seen it a couple of times tonight. Logano sitting there ready to pounce. Truex, though, ready to go.
3 wide for second.
Here goes Kirk again. That's that big run. He's got some momentum on the lead here.
How about Montoya wanting to be a part of this again? He was strong early in the race, but kind of lost out of it in the middle.
trouble behind them. Jeff Burton and Austin Dillon.
Hang on to it, buddy. Hang on to it.
Richard Childress Racing teammates bring the caution flag out again.
Right rear go down, getting into 3.
That'll explain that.
Yeah.
Busch brothers on the front row, with Martin Truex Jr. on that inside of the second row. And don't lose track of Joey Logano, who's on the outside in row 3, but might just find a way to make it 3 wide down in turns 1 and 2.
Truex
For the lead. Just couldn't make it stick. Kyle Busch holds on.
You are the man, buddy.
And now he's coming to the white flag. We're 1 lap from the finish in Atlanta.
White flag, still 15. You will get you. Hit your mark.
Kyle says, historically, I've struggled at this track. I've been fast for 5 to 8 laps, and then I've had trouble. That's what we need to do to get better. Well, tonight, they struggled for maybe 200 laps.
Quite a few.
But they pulled it together when it counted most. He'll lock in a place in the chase with a win in Atlanta. Kyle Busch takes the checkered flag tonight.
Yeah, thank you. Atlanta!